Hi, everybody. It's good to see you.
Honorary captain,
Yeah.
it's your own team, and then you have that kind of performance. You're the only player ever to have a punt return touchdown, receiving touchdown in the same game in this franchise's history. Just talk about how fun this day was for you.
Dude, it was a really cool game. The last two that we played, I was telling some of the guys, Minnesota's like top 5 funnest game of all times, and then to come follow it up with this one, just to be playing such a team game is so fun. Special teams, defense, takeaways, offense, pushing it in. It's just really fun to be part of a football team like that. So, really cool.
Can you explain the feeling of when you're on punt return and you realize that there's nobody left?
Oh man, well, I haven't that feeling too many times. No, it's kind of surreal. It's kind of like, it's happening. So it's like, don't mess up. But no, when you got guys like that, like I've been saying it the past 30, 45 minutes. When you got defensive guys who will go play 3 snaps, force a punt, and then go block on the punt. It's incredible. I think Arizona, we almost had one too, and Carlton and TA are just like they're blocking, and they're like, let's go lead like they're. I mean, it's just so cool when you have a team with that kind of character, those kind of guys, that kind of grit. It's really cool. So.
Can you talk about having a moment like this in a game like this, looking back on how many teams you had to go to, get cut, come back, and now you're talking to the press, star of a game and all that. Just reflect on that.
It's really cool. So I'm not a social media guy, but there's this video. I'm actually it's 2019. I want to say going into 2019 actually that season, and I had my family come out, and I have a huge family. We're all on the field. They're shooting me jugs on the punt, and my mom's got like the noodles from it's like swimming pool. I was looking at the video like last night. It's actually sitting here on my phone. She's got the noodles and she's yelling, going ah! And I'm catching punts and she's screaming. And it's such a funny video. But I was looking at it and I was like, it's been such a long time. So much work has gone in. For a moment like this, but my mom was there. Like my mom is screaming, helping me get better at my profession. So I seen it. Maybe I'll post a video one day. It's hilarious, but it's been a long time and a lot of work and a lot of help to get here. So.
How fun is it to be part of this offense? Obviously got the touchdown catch for 6 different guys.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a different guy every week.
It's incredible.
You're going to be, it's going to be your turn.
Yeah, it's a testament to two different. One of the guys we got on this team, everybody puts their best foot forward every play, and then you got Ben. I mean, he can draw up anything for anybody, and he puts us in his best position every week, and it's so cool when he'll talk about something over and over in a week, and coverages and what we're expecting, and you get to the game, it's like it's exactly what he said it was going to be, and he's setting up things from 2 weeks prior, so it's really cool not only to be able to play on this team, but to be able to play for somebody like that who's so detailed, so innovative. So it's really cool to watch it.
Was there ever a moment in all the various teams where you got back and forth and even whatever, where it was kind of your lowest moment regarding your professional career?
Oh yeah. I remember it was a couple. Actually, 2017. Oh goodness gracious, I was struggling. Had a lot of fear, a lot of doubt. I remember actually I walked off the field. I want to say I was playing for the Giants. I was like, I just played my last NFL game. I actually told myself that in my head. And then I had a choice during that time, that off season. I was like, I can either go in the tank and just kind of quit, or I can give everything that I have. And that summer ended up being the same summer that my mom with the noodles. I trained so hard. I trained. Probably even overtrained, you could say. But I trained so hard. I had so much help, and I had a lot of people that kind of helped me keep going. And I'm just thankful. Thank God to be here today to continue doing what I'm doing.
Why do you think it was your last NFL?
Oh man, it's a tough profession. Things are always getting better. There's always an expectation. There's a standard, and it was just one of those things. Man, I was like, am I holding myself to that standard? Am I training that hard? Am I giving my best foot forward? And that summer, I was like, I want to make sure no matter what happens, there's no question of whether or not that I turned over every stone. So, I definitely had that moment. I remember seeing it myself, but I'm thankful for it, because if I didn't have that moment, I wouldn't train and I wouldn't work as hard as I do. I wouldn't be so as appreciative as I am for my family coming. They come to every game. My mom's at every game. And I remember it was actually that year that I told her, I was like, I don't care what happens with football. I don't want to be at another game by myself. And she said, you know what? I'll come to every game. And that it just gives me such a peace about it. But I remember those moments, and that moment is why I trained so hard, because I remember walking off the field and I was like, I never want to feel that moment again. And if I do feel that moment, it's not because I didn't give everything I have. So.
Did you see Mom after the game?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So. It was just she comes every once, so she's happy to be here. And that's the cool part about it is over the course of the years, it was so much about me. Mom can't come to the game, Dad can't come to my game. My wife comes to the games. I'm like, but now it's so much cooler. It's almost flipped now. It's like they get to experience it, and because this game is such a short part of your life, so it doesn't last forever. So it's even cool watching them enjoy and get to be here in those moments. So that's why I work so hard. So.
Speak to the overall mentality of this team, though. 6-1 start. It's like you guys expecting to come in and win.
Yeah.
Last year, it was like y'all knew y'all was good, but y'all still kind of figuring out. Is the mentality any different enter this season, or what do you feel like is different around this team at this point?
I think I just talked to somebody about it. I think you have a room and a team full of high character guys who have faced some adversity at some point in their career, and when you have guys that work that hard, care that much, and have that much character, you don't go into any week thinking you're entitled to anything. And you work like that, but more importantly, Amon-Ra St, he said he's like, we practice like that. He wants to be the best practice team. And that guy catches 202 balls every day. I've seen it for the last 4 years, doesn't miss. So if you got that guy doing that, Jared coming in 7 in the morning, leaving 7, 8 at night. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you got guys like that, there is no drop off as far as expectation or standard because they are setting the standard. So we got a bunch of high character guys, and when you practice the way that those high character guys practice, the results will speak for itself, and you try to kind of trust that. So.
Cool. Thank
you. Thank you, guys.
A win like that shows you how good of a team we can be in moments like this.
You guys are 6-1 for the first time since the 1950s. Right now.
Yeah.
How much confidence are you guys playing with? Because it seems week in and week out it builds and builds and builds.
Yeah, I mean we have some momentum right now, but like I said, it's October and it's not even Halloween yet, so it's really we're just trying to take it game by game, take a quarter of the season at a time, and we have a big one coming up at Green Bay, and these divisional games are huge for us. So, just one game at a time mentality. It's cliche, but it's what you have to do at this point in the season.
Could you talk about what your offense is able to do over the last 4 games, like the video game numbers? That's crazy. And that obviously helps the defense.
Well, I think at this game, if you look at the total yards, I don't know what the stats were, but
no, and you wouldn't think it was 52-14 with the.
Yeah, I mean,
especially the first half.
I think the 4 turnovers helped, the
Yeah.
punt returns helped, so they had some short field to deal with. So I think that's what helped them a lot. Not looking at the stats or anything like that. So.
Win in this fashion.
It's awesome to see other guys go out there and ball out. Guys that we all know in this, in the building, that we're all capable of doing it. That's what makes I feel like this team so great. Is you never know who it's going to be. Every week can be someone else, but you just got to be ready to make your play when your name's called. And I feel like we have a bunch of guys on this team. And you saw Dorsey and Kalif. I mean, those are 2 guys that stand out to me today that just made their plays when their time was called.
Ben has a lot of trick plays, but David Montgomery throwing a touchdown pass. What did you see on that play?
It was a nice throw. I don't think it was the exact defense we wanted towards that. We thought Sam was going to be a little more open than that, but he threw a dart. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Demo used to play quarterback in high school, so he can throw, but he threw a dime.
So many guys scoring, so many guys getting turnovers. What's it say about a team that has so many guys make big plays in a game like this?
It's awesome. It's the ultimate team sport, and I feel like today was the ultimate team game for us. Everyone had a part in this win. I feel like whether you're scoring, blocking, creating a turnover, returning, punting, whatever it was. I feel like everyone had a part in this game, and it was awesome to see.
Do you feel 5th game straight with a receiving touchdown for you? What does that consistency mean to you in a season?
Yeah, it's awesome. To score every week. Obviously, I feel like every receiver wants to score every week and have 100 yards, but that's not the reality of it. But the biggest thing is winning. As long as we're winning, I feel like the rest is going to take care of itself, and that's what we've been doing. We've been putting up points, executing. I will say, I do feel like today on offense, when we were in the field, we could have been a lot better, but just the way the game kind of played out, we were in the red zone a lot. We executed well in the red zone, but in the field, I feel like we could have been better. But we came out with a big win against a team that wasn't, it wasn't the pushover. I feel like most people thought. They had a good defense, and we were able to put up some points.
Do you feel this is the most complete game you guys have played this season?
Honestly, no, I do not. Obviously, if you look at the score, it might look like that, but I feel like offensively, I can only really speak for the offense. We could have been much better. obviously, we scored when we got in the red zone, but we got the ball in the red zone like 5 times. So when we were in the field, I think we had like a few 3-and-outs early in the game. Just a lot of things that I feel like as an offense we could be better at, and we will be. But at the end of the day, like I said, we got the win, which was huge. But now we're on to Green Bay.
It's just keeping the standard, preparing each week and going out and competing like we're supposed to.
What is it like, just the crowd today? I mean, it was really loud in here, and it started kind of slow. I mean, they got in the end zone, you got in the end zone, things went back and forth, kind of trading body blows, but then you guys scored 38 unanswered. What does it just say about the fortitude of this team and this offense?
It's just a determined team. I think we kind of come in with the same mentality every week, and like I said, just keeping the standard what it is and preparing and then coming out and competing.
Dan said it felt good to get a win like this on a day when you guys didn't play your best. I don't know, it's just without looking at the film, do you have any thoughts on maybe what needs to be better offensively for next week against Green Bay?
We'll take a look at it and make the corrections we need to make.
To get in the end zone, to just break through, it's the simplest question, but how good does that feel?
That's the best feeling in the world. I love it. But I was more glad to see Sam get in on that second time after he got called short on the first one. So, it was fun.
Is there a running text message thread of a bunch of tight ends across the league today?
I don't think so. No. If there is, I'm not on it.
You'd have bragging rights. Just the distribution of the ball with you guys, what you were able to do with Jared to leave in the fourth quarter with 85 yards. This offense being as well-rounded as it is, just how much pride do you take in being a part of something like this?
It's great. It's so much fun to watch the offense grow like that. Like I was saying earlier, in the few years that I've been here, just kind of seeing everybody fill their role and Coach Johnson dishing the ball out and getting everybody some touches. So it's really fun.
Did Johnson scheme up some extra for you guys, given it's National Tight End Day?
I think he has a little bit of love for us, being our former coach. So maybe there's a little bit of that in there. Might have.
I didn't have to do too much. I mean, the line blocked it perfectly. Yeah. And I didn't really get touched. So shout out to them.
Was this the most charged up post-game locker room you've been a part of since you've been alive?
I'm pretty sure every time we win, we pretty lit in here. So it's one of them, top 3, I guess.
Before that big touchdown run, it looked like you were about to break one along the right side, and then you break the big one down the left side. Was that one just kind of sitting with you, like, okay, now's my chance?
Yeah, I really should have broke that one. I should have cut back. Cause it was just one person. Yeah, I should have cut back on that one. That's why I told Demo and them. Luckily, that next one happened. So.
What's it like to score as a team 52 points, just short of a record, which in the regular season was 55 for the Lions?
Yeah, we've been close the past 2 years. We got like 42, 49. I think I had 47 versus the Cowboys. So, it feels good to finally get that 50 ball. So, yeah.
For you, that's back-to-back games with 100-plus rushing yards. What's working for you? You've had great games throughout your career early on, but what's working for you, especially over the last few weeks since the
I'm not really doing nothing too much. It's really a line. Both long tuds I had these past 2 weeks, I was untouched. So, again, shout out to them. They do a great job every week of making me and Demo's job easier.
What's kind of going through your mind as you break free and all these in front of you is green grass?
I was hoping safety didn't dive. That's what I was hoping at. So I was running. I was like, don't dive. But other than that, I knew I was going after that. So.
Just talk about over the last 4 games, you guys are putting up like video game numbers. Just talk about this offense and what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, I think it took us a while to hit our stride. This was the best game that we played, so we really got some stuff to improve on. But other than that, it was a good win.
Could you talk about Kalif Raymond and what he was able to do today?
Yeah, he does that. It's not a surprise. He's been doing that in the league, so I see it every day in practice. It was exciting for him to get one. I was the first one to run down there.
The game comes together with all 3 phases contributing in that way.
To be honest, it's always fun to go out there and play ball with my teammates, Like, we're like a family out here. Like, I love to see my brothers making plays, you know what I'm saying? Offense complement defense, defense complement offense, and special team complements both. So, shout out to special teams. Leaf had a great game. I heard he was like 19 short of the NFL record, so, that's just everything. I'm so happy for him, you know what I'm saying?
It's also a great day when you're able to pick a ball off like that. Give me a sense, take me through that play. You just look like you've read Rudolph's eyes from the get-go.
I felt like I think it was a boot, and really I just trusted my instincts, and I felt like this is where he wants to go with the ball, so I'm coming across the middle. I just jumped it.
Is it a matter of experience? Is it from watching film? How do you get in position to make those plays? And what do you think has been the key for the defensive backs having so much success with interceptions this season?
To be honest, I feel like it comes with watching film, of course, and reading your keys. But man, I feel like the coaching, they just done a great job. Like Jim O'Neil, Deshae, like AG, like DT, like they all like put in us position to make plays. You know, I feel like when we trust the game plan, like nobody could like compete with us.
I get it's next man up, but when you're missing guys like obviously Hutchinson the rest of the season, Pascal today, and you're still able to put together what you guys did defensively, how impressive was that?
Like I said before, man, like yeah, we miss Hutch, but you know, this team is built on adversity. You know, next man up mentality. You know, we got Hutch, you know what I'm saying, but we gonna pick up his slack for him, you know what I'm saying, like, and we gonna do it for him.
Did you see him up on the Jumbotron when they showed him up in the suites, or are you too locked into the game?
I ain't seen him.
He got quite a roar from the crowd.
Yeah, man. Shout out Hush, man. I love your boy, man. Hey, heal up soon, brother.
Yeah.
Can you grade Amik's punch-out ability? It seems like he got 2 of them today.
Hey, that boy say he crazy now. Y'all better watch out. He say he crazy. I feel like Meek, man, that's just everything we talked about, man. I feel like he has some teach tape punch-outs. You know what I'm saying? And when he got the first one, he was like, I'm getting the second one. So he called it out. Just shout out to him. You know, I seen the work he put in all like practice, and I just know that like this game he's gonna get one. So shout out to him.
But he said it didn't count in the push-up challenge because it wasn't an interception. Can you amend that rule this week?
Oh yeah, that's between the corners. You know what I'm saying? The safeties, we solid. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? But the corners, that's what they got going on. But yeah, man, I just love that. Like, you know, we got little wagers. You know what I'm saying? Between each other, like just to allow us to come out and compete. You know what I'm saying? Like it's competition within us that makes us like play this hard.
How do you think that competition in the defensive back room has helped elevate the group this year?
I feel like it comes with accountability also, like knowing your job, doing your job in order to make these plays. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't want to depend on one guy. You know, we all depend on each other. You know, as a defense, especially as DBs, we depend on each other. You know, we all work together.
We're halfway through the year and you're already at your career high for interceptions. How much confidence are you playing with right now, and we're only halfway through the year?
I ain't never lose my confidence. I'm always gonna keep my confidence every time. You know. I want to punch out though. Interception's cool, but I'm trying to get me some punch outs. I'm trying to get some fumbles. Like I'm really trying to focus on like finding different ways to get to the ball. You know, I feel like I know I'm gonna get an interception, but it's time for like fumbles. You know.
I know you look game by game, but this is 5 in a row. Divisional opponent last week, another divisional opponent next week. This is impressive, the amount of focus you guys had in a game like this, isn't it?
Huh?
This is pretty impressive in terms of the amount of focus you had in this game when you've got divisional games. You know, next week, last week, you guys have put 5 in a row in.
I feel like we always have like attention to detail. I feel like no matter who we play, like we understood that the Titans were their record and what it was, but that doesn't mean we're gonna take them lightly. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come into practice, we're gonna do the work, and then come out here and like do our job. You know, I don't feel like no matter who we play, like we're not gonna take no days off. Like we're gonna give it 100% all, like every time.
But it's just a testament to everybody on this offense and the staff as well. Just trying to put guys in a situation to succeed.
At the beginning of the game, Goff 2 back-to-back sacks. I know you guys obviously take pride in protecting him. Could you talk about that a little bit and what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, on the first play of the game, we kind of had a play-action pass called, and on me, the DN, just he played pass all the way, ran up the field. So that's on me. I got to be better in that situation. I don't remember what the other one was. I don't remember the other one specifically. But yeah, we have to be better and protect him. We know he's a playmaker when he can have some time back there. So yeah, I mean, overall, the pass protection I would say was not up to our standard today.
When you look at the records of these two teams coming in, Dan talked about it not wanting to be a trap game, but to come out and get an early lead and execute down the stretch, how much confidence does that give you guys going forward?
Yeah, I mean, we knew this was a team that's got a talented roster, and we didn't want to kind of fall into that trap of, we'll just kind of roll it out there. And I think everybody did a good job of going out there and trying to execute today. Because every team you play, no matter what the record is, they're going to have good players. So we'd be doing a disservice to ourselves, our teammates, if we were to go out there and not give the opponent the respect that they deserve.
Like I said before, we started off slow, but the points we put up, whatever, we know what we're capable of, and we was able to go out there and dominate.
Could you just talk about, I mean, obviously you were able to get Mason Rudolph with the 2 interceptions and then 2 fumble recoveries. Talk about that and what that means, obviously, for turnovers.
Turnover, like I said before, man, this game is about the ball. It's about the ball. No matter what they say, this game is about the ball. And when you go out there and get takeaways, give your offense confidence. That's always a good thing.
How impressed are you with this offense? And I mean, they've been putting up video game numbers over the last 4 games. It's crazy.
I've been in the league 4 years, man. I ain't never been a part of an offense like this. So us as a defense, we try to match the energy, man. We try to go out there and give them a spark. They already give us a spark, so we try to go out there and give them the same spark that they give us.
Could you talk about starting 6-1? This is the first time since 1956 Lions started 6-1.
I never been a part of nothing like this. A guy put me in a great situation, man. Got great group of guys, great group of coaches that believed in me. I never started off like this. But it's always good when you own a winning team, man. And most importantly, it's a group of guys, like a group of brothers, that understand the goal.
Have you heard of the Honolulu flu?
I have never.
Do you know what it is?
Not yet.
Because it's like
not
you
yet.
guys, teams are 0-5 after they play you.
Okay.
Every team that you beat, and then they lose the following week.
Like I said, that's why I'm glad I'm part of this team. Good thing I ain't part of the team that we already played, man. So I don't really know too much about it, but I'm just glad that I'm part of this team.
What do you think you guys do to teams that they're unable to win the next week? It's kind of amazing.
That I can't answer. Maybe we just. I don't know. That's something I can't answer, man. All I can say is I'm just glad that I'm part of this team and not part of the other teams.
I mean, take me through the decision to touch out a ball. When do you know is the right time as a defender to take that shot?
I came here for a reason, man. That coaching staff, this GM, this organization believed in me. And I'm here for a reason, and that's my identity, man. I'm a ball hawk. No matter what they say, that's what I do, man. And when I'm able to, if I can't get opportunity to go out there and get picks, I go out there and hunt after the ball. I haven't been punching after the past couple weeks, but I told myself, man, you got to get back to your style of playing football, and I think that's what I did tonight.
We've seen BB